In view of the fear that has crippled the world from coronavirus, I'd like to speak today on fear and anxiety. That coronavirus poses a danger to humanity is not in any doubt. Some actually argue that coronavirus has shaken global news at an unprecedented scale since September 11. It has dominated news than any other event since September 11. Others say it has shaken world economy at an unmatched scale since World War II. There are too many voices about coronavirus, both expert opinion and lots of rumor mongering, many for genuine concern, but even a few for ulterior motives. Intuitively, there is an unrivaled world shutdown across industries and economies. But the question I want to ask you this morning, is there really a world shutdown? Or is it your small world that is shutting down? Truth be told, some will emerge stronger out of this crisis. As we speak right now, some pharmaceuticals are selling more drugs. Amazon is selling more. Guns are selling more in California. Facebook is doing better. Even churches that were not online are right now online. Some politicians will emerge stronger out of this crisis. So even as we go through a crisis, some people are actually emerging stronger. But to put fear in the right perspective, in proper perspective, this morning, I'd like to pull some facts and figures about coronavirus. China is the most affected nation, and actually the first cases were diagnosed in China. Italy comes a distant second in absolute numbers. The current population of China as at January 2020, I'm saying this because I've heard some people saying we have 2 billion Chinese, 1.8, 1.9 billion. As at January 2020, the actual figures from the UN, the population of China is 1,436,768,070 people as at January this year. Now, as at 18th of March, Wednesday last week, that's just about 4 days ago, 80,928 people were confirmed to have coronavirus. 80,928 people, which presents 0.006% of the population in China. 0.006% of the population in China. Out of all the contracted cases, only 3,245 were fatal. That's 4% of those who are confirmed to have coronavirus that succumbed. Actually, 70,420 recovered, which is 87% recovery rate. This is a very high recovery rate for a new pandemic. The current world population, according to the most recent United Nations estimates, is 7.8 billion as of January 2020. Globally, as at 18th of March, Wednesday last week, 218,607 people were confirmed to have coronavirus. 218,607, which presents 0.003% of the world population. 0.003%. Out of which 8,941 are fatal. 8,941 are fatal. 85,257 recovered. I'd like to invite you this morning to compare the figures I've just given you with what goes on with heart disease. According to World Health Organization, WHO, 1 in every 3 deaths in the world is due to heart disease. In the US alone, 2,200 people die every day to heart disease. Every day, either heart attack, heart failure, or stroke. Heart disease is the #1 killer for both males and females. At least 17 million people die of heart-related diseases every year. That's over 46,000 people every day. Over 46,000 people every day die of heart-complicated illnesses around the world. Heart-related diseases kill a lot more people than war, accidents, and all cancerous tumors combined. Cardiovascular diseases and ischemic heart disease cause more than 40% of all deaths. Ischemic is about inadequate blood supply in the heart due to narrowed heart arteries. So many heart complications, here's the deal, and I think this is the message here. Many heart complications have their roots in fear, anxiety, and loneliness. In other words, fear kills more people every day than all the lives claimed by coronavirus since the pandemic began. In case you missed the figures, I'm saying since coronavirus began until Wednesday last week, we had 8,941 cases. At the meantime, 46,000 people are dying daily due to heart diseases. Make no mistake, I'm not trying to downplay the deadly impact of coronavirus by any stretch of the imagination. But I would like us to use this global phenomenon to help us reflect on fear and to look at fear in its proper perspective.